Hi, my name is Lev Perry. I'm the Director of Product Management with Universal Audio, and we're here at NAMM 2013 with some exciting new announcements. Last year we announced Apollo. It's become a huge success. It's the #1 recording interface available on the market, and what we're showing at the show is really some exciting stuff. The first thing is that Apollo is now a fully expandable system. Right now we have support for one Apollo on Mac or PC. What we're going to be coming out with in the first half of the year is multi-unit cascading support. So you're going to be able to take one Apollo, add a second, and on top of being able to just have two interfaces working in the system at once, we've also got this great feature called Mix Merge that literally takes your Apollo and shows them both together in a single mixer. So you can actually take both Apollos, send them to a common reverb, so you can have a nice reverb in your headphones or in the monitors. You've also got the two headphone mixes that are common between the two interfaces. So again, a really, really powerful, expandable system. The next really big deal for Apollo customers is a new thing we're calling Pro Tools mode. A lot of Apollo customers use Pro Tools with Apollo, and so we really wanted to make the experience better. One of the biggest requests that customers have had is to make the interface I/O work with Pro Tools hardware inserts. And so one of the things Pro Tools mode does is it lines up all of the analog, all of the ADAT, and all of the SPDIF I/O into alignment so you can use it with outboard gear. One of the other great things that Pro Tools mode is going to do for customers is when you have two Apollos, we're going to ensure that all of the inputs and outputs from both interfaces make it up to Pro Tools. Because Pro Tools has a 32-channel input and output limit, we wanted to make sure that customers can get at all of the analog and all of the digital I/O of a 2-unit Apollo system. The next thing I wanted to show you guys, the really exciting stuff, has to do with plugins. So we've got a ton of new plugins to show at the show. First thing I want to talk about is our exciting new LA-2 and LA-2A plugins. It's actually going to be a part of a bundle, very similar to what we did last year with our 1176. We went back to the drawing board and we completely redid the LA-2A from scratch. And we have, again, 3 different eras of it. And if I show you this here you can see all 3 of them together. So it really is every era of the LA-2A, painstakingly recreated from scratch. It works on UAD, it works on Apollo, and really it's an amazing thing because if there's one compressor that you could say is the quintessential vocal compressor, it's the LA-2A. And now you can use it in your DAW sessions or you can use it while tracking with no latency on Apollo. The next thing I want to talk about, speaking of vocals, probably the most quintessential vocal, guitar, and drum EQ ever made, the API 550 is now going to be a UAD plugin that you can use on Apollo for tracking or use on your UAD-2 card. And we've done the 550A, a vintage model, and the 560 graphic, which actually is my favorite new EQ. It's great for putting on guitars, amazing for drums. It's just easy to dial in, really easy to use, and sounds incredible. Last but certainly not least, we have an open platform with UAD and Apollo, and we're very happy to announce that our latest UAD direct developer is a company, Softube, that have these amazing guitar plugins. They've been out for a little while, available on other platforms, but we're very happy to announce that the Amp Room suite of plugins is available now on UAD. What's great about this is, of course, you can put this on a UAD-2 card and run it in your session, but what's really, really exciting is that you can actually put it on your Apollo and track with sub-2 millisecond latency. The plugins are actually really great user interface. You have, in a single plugin, the ability to switch to different amplifiers by swiping with the mouse. And then when you find the actual amplifier that you want, you can actually change the mic position, the on-off axis, and the actual distance of the microphone. And you'll actually hear the phase relationship change in real time, just like you would have an amplifier and a microphone in a room. And again, you can use this on Apollo, track with no latency, and then you can also put this in your DAW and reamp. So you have this great workflow for the front end, great workflow for the back end. And there's actually 3 products. I'm not showing them all to you here, but there's Vintage Amp Room, Metal Amp Room for a more aggressive sound, and there's even Bass Amp Room, which is great if you're a bass player, you want to plug right into the DI on Apollo and start tracking. It's an incredible workflow. The last thing I want to mention that we're showing off here at the show and on the stage is that we are fully cross-platform Mac and Windows and 64-bit compatible. Finally, we have Mac, Windows, cross-platform, 64-bit compatibility for the entire UAD-2 and Apollo product line. So that's a little preview of what's going on here at NAMM 2013. I'm Lev Perry. Thank you very much for looking.